and welcome to the big fight. It's been a week where we've really enjoyed ourselves watching a new type of cricket, 2020 cricket. We watched some absolutely fantastic matches and it's left many of us asking the question, is this the future of cricket? Forget about those 5-day test matches, forget about those 50-50 over games. 2020 cricket, is this the future of cricket? A lot of people feel that it is, a lot of people say it better not be. And we're going to get both sides represented here today on the big fight. Let me start by introducing all of our guests out here. Chetan Sharma, it's great to welcome you here to the show, to get your views. We have Anjum Chopra, former captain of the Indian women's team, who feels that she would not particularly enjoy playing this game, or at least she would prefer playing a test match. Ajay Jadeja, great to have you with us once again in the program. 296 days last year you were here in NDTV studios talking about cricket, and now you've got a shorter game to talk about, so it probably gives you a certain amount of relief. Devashri Datta, it's great to have you with us. I've heard you described by some in your views as the Navjot Singh Sidhu of the East just a short while back, so we'll be fascinated to get your views on this entire subject. You're one of the best known cricket journalists that we know. And then we have some very, very special guests also joining us to give expert views on where this is going to be leading. It's a pleasure and a privilege to welcome here Mr. NDTV Singh, who's a member of the International Olympic Committee. He's Secretary General of the Olympic Council of Asia, cricket making an entry into the Asian Games, and is this format going to be making itself present on more and more international stages? And then, of course, it's a pleasure to welcome Niranjan Shah onto the program, Secretary of the BCCI. You, sir, have now started to take to this sport, and we would like to know whether you think this is the future or it isn't. And finally on the show, Manish Porwal, who's Managing Director of India West and South Stockholm, and will be able to tell us whether the money is really going to flow into this. Thank you all so much for joining us. Okay, let me start off by tossing it to the BCCI. Mr. Shah, let me ask you, is 2020 cricket the future? Is this where you see the future of cricket?
I don't think so at the moment, because it is totally new concept. India has to still adapt to this 2020 cricket, but anyway, our team is so doing good.
You are making your plans as the BCCI for cricket in this country, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Are you increasingly saying, look, test matches and one-dayers are going to be the priority? Or are there now voices in the BCCI who are starting to say, well, hang on, maybe 5 years out, this is going to be the dominant form?
Test cricket and one-day cricket will never die, because of this cricket, this 2020 will become important, because after all, what the quality will come to 2020 will be from this longer game of cricket.
Manish Porwal, when you're looking at it also 5 years, 10 years out from the point of view of where the money is going to go, do you think it's going to go into 2020 or will it stay with one-dayers?
I don't think it's either or. I think the money is going to stay in cricket and that's what matters, but yes, 2020 is going to take a major share of that.
Major share of that. So if you had to take a bet on it right now, and you may well be taking bets on this right now, you would venture to say 5 years from now, 2020 will be attracting more money than one-dayers? Or maybe 2 years from now?
I won't say more than one-dayers, but I would say 2020 and one-dayers will become the format of the future rather than just test matches, and test matches will be more a classic thing to have and play, but not really the place where the moolah goes in.
Okay, Mr. Ranjit Singh, looking at it from the point of view of the broader sporting fraternity, when you're wanting to take cricket onto the global stage and Asian Games, Olympic Games and things like that, does this format have a greater chance of success?
I certainly think so. It's quicker, and especially for countries that have not played the game, it's easier for them to understand. The time limit is short enough for them to be able to sit in the seats and watch it. It's not like 5-day cricket, the way the test cricket is.
You can start explaining 2020 cricket to the Americans. They will find it tough to understand the concept of a test match, right?
No, that they would. Then I think this will sell much better.